Hello Taurus, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Wow, Ace of Swords. Very, very nice way to begin. That to me is excellent. This is, could be the beginning of a very, very good idea. Let's see what we are doing here. Got the Sun card, got the Justice or Adjustment card. A lot of cards of activity, lots of activity going on. All of these princes here. Very nice. I see that you are... well, you're kind of a busy person right now. You've got a lot going on, and I think that you are well on your way to achieving whatever success you have set out to do. This is looking really nice just from my first purview here. We're going to select a mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one card that we select randomly. We're going to set it aside. We'll put our frog friend right on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. Hopefully, it'll tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. And by the way, we are still trying to find a name for our frog friend. We've named the alien, Simon Mork Ripley. Actually, it's Alien Simon Mork Ripley. And now the frog needs a name. So keep those suggestions coming in. Put them in the comments, and we'll see if we can narrow it down. Now let's look at this energy, because we've got, as far as majors go, we've got 1, 2, 3. As far as fire goes, we got some fire. We don't really have much water except for this one here. That's going to be interesting. Water, we've got the air, some air here with this major arcana, and with that, a lot of air energy. Very interesting. And a little bit of earth energy. Not really a ton. I'm interested in these court cards here. This is interesting to me that we have 3 princes there. So that's going to be something. So we started with this Ace of Swords, and I feel like you're going to be getting that big idea that you've been waiting for, you know? I think it's going to come rather abruptly. You know, let's take this Sun card at the same time. This is some major illumination. This is a moment of enlightenment. Now, usually when I talk about, you know, enlightenment or spiritual activation or chakra activation, I talk about it as an ongoing process, that it's not just a one and done kind of thing, you know? That it's not just an instantaneous, it's a process, right? It's kind of slow sometimes, but it's a gradual awakening, blossoming. In this case for you, I think it's sudden like that. I think that you're going to be going about your business, 7 of Swordsing it, and you're going to get this flash. That idea that you're looking for is going to come upon you like a freight train. It's going to just be like a comet from the sky. It's that intense. I'm feeling that it really is clearing up all of the doubt, all of the confusion, all of the kind of mental or psychic blockages that you have. Okay. What exactly you're doing, what are you working on, I don't know. Recent past, 7 of Swords. You've been trying to find your way. You've been looking for that one idea, that one straight shot, that one path. You've been looking for the Ace of Swords. Well, you find it here. So this is coming. When is it coming? I hear you asking. I think that you've been working on this. You've been struggling with something for a while, last few months. I think that within the next week, you're going to get this flash, this great idea, this big this clarity, right? It's not an Ace of Wands. It's not like you just feel the beginning impulses of creativity. This is the beginning of a whole elaborate plan, right? I don't know really what you're working on. This is so much air energy here, even here with the Lover's card. Maybe you're working on a partnership, right? Maybe you're trying to find some way to bring together two separate forces, right? Bring them together. That's what the Lover's card's about. Now we're going to jump over here. This is the exact right time for you to come together with something or someone. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a romantic thing. It could be. Maybe this whole thing is a romantic thing for you. Take it how it resonates. But the Lover's card is all about choice. It's about making the decision, making the commitment to something or someone, to the exclusion of all of the other possibilities, right? So this is kind of, it's a whole flow here. Right now I feel like we're still in the transition kind of between the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Swords. We're waiting for this clarity. We're waiting for that sun. We're waiting for the illumination, the clarity, understanding. Waiting for that ace. So I feel like we're kind of right here in the middle, right in between. And you could still be wrestling with this project, this relationship, this, maybe it's a career thing, maybe it's something to do with your own business or the company that you work for. Maybe it's a personal thing, family. Maybe it's some kind of a community organization or a charity or some kind of volunteer thing or just an overall life plan, right? Just trying to find your way in this universe. But I feel like as soon as you get in between here, right? As soon as you get to where there is no card, we're not in the Seven of Swords. We're right here where there's nothing. So it's a temporary pause. Just turn your mind off for a brief moment, and then that will bring in this illumination. If we're here, we're trying too hard, right? So we've got to just kind of jump into the negative space in between the cards, and then we can expect this illumination. The illumination is going to give rise to a lot of questions about how you feel and what you want, and you're really going to have to do some soul searching before you commit. Okay, with this card. I like to shake them like we're in an iPhone. So it's a straight path here. Well, fairly straight. A little bit of a curve. Confusion, kind of leaping into the unknown and accepting the fact that I don't know, kind of giving up the struggle that we see here. Having the confidence to know that you can just kind of let go and stop wrestling with this for a minute. The illumination will come to you. You'll feel a certain way about it, and then we can commit to it. And then you'll be able to feel, not to reason and think and to know, but to feel a higher knowledge, a gnosis, that the timing is right for you to commit to this thing. So maybe it is a romantic relationship. Maybe it is taking a current relationship to the next level. Moving in, marriage, whatever it is. Or it's something business related. Take it how it resonates, right? But first thing we got to do is to stop struggling so much with it. We're trying so hard to figure it out. We're never going to figure it out. We keep going over it and over it and over it. And we're just kind of tying ourselves up in knots with this. Pretty soon the 7 is going to go to an 8 of Swords, and we don't want the 8 of Swords. So we need to take the advice of this card and trust. Right? Trust that things are going to happen as they should, that the universe will unfold the path in front of you, and you'll see. You'll see where you're going. So this is the confidence that if I just let go, things are going to fall where they need to fall. And once we do let go, then we're swimming in the void here. We're swimming in the unknown. We're swimming in the negative spaces. And that is going to bring about this illumination. Now, we see even in that Sun card a partnership, right? Those are the lovers down there. Those are these two. So the illumination that you receive, this certainty, this knowledge, this clarity, this higher knowledge, this, this gnosis, this enlightenment, is going to reveal to you the truth about this partnership. Either you and this person, or you and this proposed company, organization, life path. You and the other. Okay, between you and the other. Maybe it is romantic. Now it's starting to feel kind of, kind of like a relationship with another person. Maybe they're even a Gemini person, maybe. Could be. Could be. But this is going to give you the certainty. See, we see the partnership down there. And it's the two of you underneath that bright, successful, right, glorious sun. Tremendous wealth and success and abundance, growth. It's the clarity and the knowledge, the higher knowledge, the gnosis, that this partnership we see here is the right one for you, and the time is now. It's time to commit to this thing, whatever it is. With this justice or adjustment card as Liber energy at the top of the path of the dove, I wonder if this is something contractual. Could be a business deal, a contract. Could be a marriage, right? Could be a commitment. Could be signing a lease together, getting a house. Could be, it's something that brings two things together and kind of binds them together, not only energetically or spiritually, but I think in a very practical way, right? In a very solid, kind of mundane way even. We have these three princes here. There's a lot of activity. There's creative, emotional, and physical activity. So this to me is really, it's not about just kind of one aspect of your life. This is going to affect everything, right? Spirit, it's going to affect, well, your psychic, mental energies, but your emotional body, your physical body, everything is kind of coming along for the ride. Everything is being activated here. So this, even if it is maybe a partnership with a person, a marriage, if it's signing a contract, or, maybe it's a record deal or something, or just, being hired on with a particular company. It's something that is bringing your entire life, sorry, frog, bumped him, bringing your whole life with you. Every part of you is going to be required here. Yeah. So we talked about the Libra energy. And this is you, I think this is a big factor for you, because this is also kind of about fairness, right? About things being balanced, equal, right? Finding the equilibrium. And not only is this something where you want to make sure that you're getting the fair and just compensation, and it's fair for the other party involved, that it's an equal partnership of whatever kind. But you want to make sure that all aspects of you, particularly, are equal. You want to make sure that there's this internal equilibrium. And I think that's why we have fire, water, and earth with these princes. Because something very important to you is making sure that your creative energies are being expressed and fulfilled. Emotionally, you want to be fulfilled. And then physically as well, through, compensation, or just through, the requirements of your physical life. You want everything to be in balance. The different levels of your being. The different bodies, subtle bodies, gross bodies. So that is another meaning for this card. So I think this is very important, and it's at the top. This is something that is very important to you. Everything being in proper balance. Yeah. And I think this is also part of the reason why we've been struggling so much with figuring this thing out, because we've been taking every possible choice and trying to extrapolate out and see the future of it, right? We're trying to gauge karma here, right? We're trying to see the long-term effects of what we do now on all of your little decisions, all of these different ideas. We're playing them out to see, what is that going to do 10 years down the road? What effect is that going to have later? We're trying to kind of see the future. And that is kind of the way that this card is contributing to this Seven of Swords here. So again, it's kind of just getting into the negative space, having the confidence that this illumination will come. And this comes from down below. This comes from the negative space, right? This sun emerges from within you. It's not something external that's going to give you the answer that you seek. It's coming from within. Now, it may have its synchronicities in the external world, and that serves as validation. It serves as a little bit of some signposts along the road. But the great thing about synchronicity is that, or maybe the most important thing, the main thing about synchronicity, is that the elements of the external reality, the external events, signs, symbols, the fact in the external world corresponds with a psychic event. It's not the other way around. It's not that I witness something in the external world and I try to see, well, where does that, match up with something within me? It's kind of the other way around. It stems from a psychic event, an internal spiritual fact, experience. And then something in the external world just confirms that. But it's about what's going on within you psychically. It's not about, how might you fit in with the rest of the world, or how does your energy fit in with the facts of the world around you. It's kind of the other way around. Anyway, it's not the easiest thing for you to, I think, let go of this, let go of some of this air energy. See, we see down below here, there's the need for a decision. But it feels here with this air, see, we have air, air, and air. It feels as if you've got to make a rational, reasonable, intelligent, well thought out, a decision. Two of Swords, down beneath everything, underneath the surface. Your drive, your motivating force is that you should be able to figure this out and make a decision based on logic. You should be able to do the math, right? So this is a struggle for you to kind of put the swords down, get out of that Seven of Swords energy, get to the space in between, and let it happen from within you, rather than trying to wrestle with it and solve the equation, right? So there is this need for a decision, but it's not coming. The answer isn't coming from the same place as you're used to. Does that make sense? And then, of course, moving forward, we have this emotional activation, which I think is absolutely necessary because there's no other water anywhere here. If this is a romantic thing, where's the love? Where's the romance? Right? Where's the spiritual connection? Well, I think it's activated here. I think it's present, and it's in the negative spaces. It's in the space in between, but it's activated here. When we get this illumination, it's not a decision really based on logic and reason anymore. Now it's a spiritual it's a gnosis. It's a decision that comes to you from within. And I think it has this emotional component. And it is, sorry, that was my daughter running upstairs. It activates your emotional body. And I think that this is the perfect way to transition to the path of the serpent. We've made the decision now. Well, I guess we shouldn't say we've made the decision. That the decision has appeared, right? The illumination has happened, and I think it activates us emotionally. And now there's this soul searching. Now it's really about exploring the depths of the emotions that we feel now in this situation. There's maybe too much logic going on, too much left brain back here, too much left brain over here, right? And then we have a little bit of the kind of emotional body being activated when this illumination comes. Now, we've spent already 20 minutes on the path of the dove here. So let's figure out kind of where we're going. But this is pretty straightforward, right? This is now a situation. The timing is right for you to commit to whatever this is. And you're in the mood for some real creative activity. Now you're in the mood to move your spirit forward. Now you're motivated, you're ambitious, you're confident in the creative process, right? In building something with whatever or whoever this person or place or entity or company is, whatever this is. You're ready now to start building, start creating. Right? You've got the creative activation, the spiritual activation. This is really strong. This is the source of it all. And then, of course, on the other side, we have the physical activation. This is now building. See, on this channel, I love, and you probably know this, I love fire and earth together. I love the combination of fire and earth, because to me, this is just, it's a straight shot to manifestation. We're not, there's nothing in the way. There's no air that we have to get through, right? There's no air and water. We don't have to think or feel. It's direct manifestation. It's not that we're bypassing thought and feeling, but you know what? We did that. We did that over here. So we don't need to go back to this, right? Our thinking mind, our emotions. We could stay on the path of the dove forever, just going round and round and round. We want the straight shot. We want to have the creative impulse, the will, and we want to do it. You get the great idea, you build it. You get the inspiration, you paint it, whatever. And I think that this illumination that you have, this enlightenment that we're talking about, gives you the certainty that we don't have to go back to thinking and feeling and round and round and round we go. Now we can just really get to work. We can really, with this partnership kind of behind it, right? Now we can just get to creating, building this life, building this future, whatever this work is that you're doing. This is direct manifestation of our will, of our ideas, of our creativity. Right? I love this so much. Very active, a lot of stuff going on. Big plans, I think. You have a lot of things that you want to build, that you want to do, and I think the timing is perfect. It's time to commit to this, whatever we're talking about here. And I'd love to hear about it in the comments if you want to share. Now we've got that 7 of Wands at the end. That's some Mars in Leo energy. This is kind of this is almost a kind of unexpected confidence here. It maybe is connected with this whole Lionsgate portal thing. It's kind of going on now. It's kind of at the tail end of it. No pun intended. Because this is real. This is a confidence that we can overcome any obstacle right now. For whatever reason, we just have this tremendous force, and I think it's because we've had this illumination, this enlightenment. We've made the commitment, the timing is right, and we're on this direct path of creation and manifestation, that we're in a very unique time right now where nothing can get in your way. Right? This is a real confidence. This is the confidence that we have, not that we can overcome every obstacle, but that we've already overcome every obstacle. You know, that the most difficult part of this is already behind us. We've already done it. This is the confidence that comes from overcoming, right? It goes from a 6 to a 7 now. There's the confidence in our ability to overcome obstacles because the hardest part's behind us already, right? And we've got all of this inertia, all of this momentum. I think this is really, really fantastic. Let's look at the mystery card. Thank you, Frog, for helping us out there. Still need a name for the frog. I don't know what this card's going to be. I'd like to see maybe like an Empress, a 9 or a 10 of Pentacles, something along those lines. Let's just jump into it. Let's find out. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know if I like that. 7 of Swords again. So we're right back where we started. Right back where we started. I wonder if you need some, I wonder if you need a little push to kind of get out of the 7 of Swords energy and kind of trust. You need to make this leap into the unknown and trust in the universe. I feel like we're stuck here thinking that we've got to, this is like someone who you promised that you wouldn't go back to work today, or that you wouldn't do any more business today, right? That you promised your family that you would just you would relax, that you would go take a nap or something. And then your family goes back and they find that you're at the computer working. You should be napping. And it's just like, no, you just stop. Just turn the computer off, right? Turn your brain off and just rest. Just hang out, just meditate, just be quiet for a little while. But you can't resist this impulse to keep working. Man, it's just a little bit more paperwork. If I could just get ahead, I've almost solved it. It's like you're trying to figure out this math problem. You know that if you took a break from it, the solution would come to you, but you can't stay away. You just got to go right back, and you're just calculating and doing all this. I'm bad at math. I'm terrible. So you tell me to take a break from math. That's it. I'm out of there. But you can't seem to stay away. So I don't know what it's going to take to get us to let go, right? Just for a moment. Because this illumination is going to come, but not if we are insisting on, staying at the table and calculating, to continue to work the problem in this way. Anyway, we are going to do an extended reading. If you'd like to stick around, just click up here. That'll give you access to every extended reading. Not just for Taurus, but for all signs. I encourage you to cross-watch, especially with this situation, whatever this is. Maybe even check the Gemini reading. And watch your other placements and stuff too. I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.